Hello folks, me again. Yes, it's me again. What a surprise. You clicked on my video and it's me. Wow. Amazing. Such a synchronicity. Stop it. Being silly already. Yes, hello folks. This is more of a vlog, so I will prattle on a bit. Unlike my previous video, which I'm tempted to name that series the Captain Obvious videos. Yeah, I know some of the things I want to say in them, like the one I've just done about the do I agree thing, that it may seem very much sort of facepalm Captain Obvious statement, but these things do come up again and again and again, and if somebody is new to your channel and you haven't expressed this in one way or another, it can be one of those questions that just comes up again and again and again. So I'm starting to think about how I can put some stuff together that is just like a sort of introduction board. I don't want to do just a quick short trailer the way YouTube wants it. YouTube. I probably will at some point, but in my usual fashion of long-windedness, I don't think I would be able to put everything in there in a kind of short, snappy, quick, soundbite video to catch the attention of the masses. It's just, no. And that's part of some of what I wanted to mention in this blog, and along with some other bits and bobs. Blog. Yeah, I think I'll title this Thank You and Questions. Thank you and questions. Yeah, been doing the live FTP roundtables. It's sort of a roundtable because when it comes to it, I put the word out, so like, you know, do you want an invite? I basically ask a few people, and whoever is available and willing turns up. So it's not always a multiple person thing. Excuse me, coughing. It can vary between just Blue Bus and myself, like it was Wednesday night, or there could be more people there. But we'll keep that going. It seems to have slotted in nicely doing it on the Wednesday night, so I know it's a bit clunky and awkward in the way YouTube announces live broadcasts and stuff like that. I can't exactly schedule it yet because of using the Google Plus interface. I'm not actually using the YouTube live event interface, so I can't actually post it as a scheduled event. As far as I know, I'm still looking into how to figure all the different bits out. But yeah, we'll keep going with them. Also, in terms of that, I haven't been able to figure out how to make the video show the number of views and likes and dislikes to the viewer when you come to look at the video. I can see them in my video manager list, but it won't. I can't find any settings to say display this to the viewer. You know, as per usual with my other stuff, I'm quite happy to show people that kind of information. I think it's interesting as well. We've actually got some dislikes on some of the FTP roundtables. I'm always curious, like, what exactly is it you don't like? If you don't comment to say what it is you don't like and what is it you don't like, can we hear the clippity-clop of those hooves coming over the bridge? Possibly. You never know. If people don't say anything in the comments, then you never know. Thank you to those people that were in the comments, and yeah, I did read through them all afterwards. Thank you very much for comments. And yeah, it's good to see that people are utilising that so they can chat amongst themselves while we're rambling in the actual broadcast itself. That's a lot of what, for myself anyway, I'm trying to do is just encourage conversation and encourage exchange of ideas, etc. So yes, it's great that people are getting involved in that way. And what else was yeah, it may have seemed like we were flinging mud in that last discussion, but please bear in mind that those discussions are meant to be a general conversation. It's not just a stream of news information. It's us talking about stuff, and therefore you have to allow for the digesting effect of the conversation. Just because we ask those kind of questions does not necessarily mean we're automatically assuming that somebody is at fault, to blame, guilty, whatever, blah, 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 that might imply the mudflinging. There is a lot of COINTEL stuff that goes on out there, agent provocateurs, shills, trolls, all that same old stuff that we talked about so often. It is out there, it does go on. It's not a conspiracy theory. And, you know, you have to, I was going to say accept, maybe accept is too much of an encompassing word, but I hope you know what I mean. But that is the battleground that you're in. Again, the words are unfortunately weighted with many connotations, but that's the limitation of my language, I'm afraid, for now. Yeah, that is the arena you're going into, so that will occur. It's up to you to buffet the storm, as it were. Not to allow yourself to be subjected or dragged into it, but it is going to be there, so you have to be aware of it to deal with it. But yeah, please don't misjudge the kind of stuff we're talking about. We may very well, in an iconoclastic fashion, will kick many sacred cows and pull the bricks out of pedestals of whatever figure, person or body of information we might be talking about, and that's all part and parcel of the conversation. We may not necessarily come to any conclusions. Yeah, that's, again, is part of it. It's a conversation. It's not a stream of informational data points or factoids or whatever. So please don't misinterpret it in that fashion. But in terms of that kind of deception that's going on, I'm playing a little bit of a deception here, but it's not really a deception because I'm telling you about it. And this is part of the process for me of sorting the wheat from the chaff. And I'm not saying that to be exclusive or elitist or exclusionary. Loads of words I could use to imply separation and division of people, you know, divide and conquer and all that. I'm not saying it to be denigratory or aggressive to other people, but if you've sat and listened and watched this, you don't necessarily have to watch it, you know, you could be doing something else where you're just listening to me crack lad. But if you've got this far through this video, that means you're at least willing, prepared and interested enough to spend the time and attention to do so. Unlike the Captain Obvious video, the soundbite video, again, there's a lot of atmosphere that goes on in the social media stream where, unfortunately, I don't play to the audience. I'm sure you're well aware of that, you got this far. But sometimes you need that quick thing to keep people moving. So it's not necessarily to just be a sound bite, but it's there to answer a simple question. Anyway, yeah, to sort the wheat from the chaff. If you've got this far, you're willing to pay attention, which means you're the kind of person I want to ask this kind of perspective or question to. We know that there is this situation of there being COINTEL and agents and blah, blah, blah out there. They are out there. It's not a conspiracy theory, folks. And if they are, how do you deal with that? How do you interpret it? How do you catch these people out? And I know there's a lot of information out there about this, answering those kind of questions. You'll find a lot of information, go on Wikipedia and just type in cognitive infiltration. You'll find a page on it. You know, so there is information out there like that. But what I'm asking really is asking the general YouTube community, because I know people operate in many different spheres. People are not just predominantly here on the tubes. How do you deal with those kind of things? And also, conversely, if you yourself are accused of this kind of stuff, how do you deal with that? How do you prove that you're not COINTEL? How do you prove that you're not a troll? And to a large degree, a lot of what I'm asking is somewhat rhetorical. I've got my own perspective on these things, and I go along as I do, doing what I do, and I consider that it's all part and parcel of, like I said earlier, that's the atmosphere of how this thing goes down. But I'm curious as to what other people out there think, and by saying other people, I'm implying you, the kind of person that will actually sit and listen to me waffle on for long enough that you've actually got to this point to hear this question. And at the same time, please be aware that I'm not just trying to create a distraction. A lot of the time, the agents, especially the low-level troll kind of stuff, is just there to distract you, to keep your quagmire in a low-intensity conflict argument. Low-intensity conflict, I heard you. So yeah, I'm not saying this just to be a distraction. I'm not trying to set snares. I had a poetic interpretation of setting snares on the hill of Sisyphus. Sisyphus, that whole mythological legend, pushing the boulder up the hill. Go and look it up. But yeah, I'm not trying to create yet more distractions, but I'm curious what other people think about these kind of questions and how you interpret it, how you deal with it, or how you just sidestep it, how you dance around these snares on the hill of Sisyphus. But anyway, folks, I got to the end of my list of notes. Hopefully I've sort of mentioned a few things. Like I said, this is just a general vlog. Hopefully it's not too long. I haven't actually looked at the time yet. But I just wanted to say these few things. So thank you for listening. Take care, folks. I'll chat at you again soon, no doubt. All the usual good stuff. Keep evolving. There's a lot going on out there at the moment. So, yes. Now I am prattling, so I'll shut up. Thank you.